All right, welcome to another show of a few TSU sports fans. I dug out one of my old basketball, I think they picked up from the, they had a garage sale and stuff like that at the TSU. So I got I think it's a 97, 98 TSU warm up. Got Tennessee State on the back, I think. Got Tennessee State on the back.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's
Tennessee State
that's
on the back.
definitely old school.
Yeah, so I guess, I think they wore 97, 98, I think. So I got a little TSU basketball jacket on because, I hear a little something. They said, the champs is here.
Yes, sir.
The champs is here. So we got some champs in the building. So I had to put my little jacket on, and I'm gonna go ahead and let TSU Madness introduce the champs.
Well, hey, fellas, it is a pleasure to have you guys on with us, man. Mike, we've been trying to get you guys on for a minute, and I'm glad you're here with us. We got Mike Moore, we got Rico Beasley, we got Tim Horton in the spot, man. It's a pleasure to have y'all. Mike is a 4-year letterman TSU from 1989, 1993. And he's also a member number 37 of Resurrection 37, which we share the same frat, Alpha Theta chapter.
None greater,
baby. We also got Tim Horton. He was with us from 1991, 1995, 4-year letterman at Tennessee State, missed a 1,000-point score himself. And then we got Rico Beasley, who was on the squad from 1992 to 1993. No, 93 to 94. My bad.
93 to 94.
And Mr. 3-point assassin himself, man. I was in the spot to see them witness everything. I was in the spot to share it all. Brothers, it is a pleasure to have y'all on this show, man. I can't tell you how, as big as a basketball fan I am, it is just an awesome thing to have you guys on.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
I'm going to start off by asking you about your recruitment. First, Mike, I'm going to start with you and then ask you a general question. Then we can, Rico and Tim, you're more than welcome, to come on and do your piece. But Mike, you came in 89. You and I came in the same time, 89. Mm-hmm. And Larry Reed was the coach. Were you recruited by Larry Reed or Ron Abernathy?
So I was recruited by Larry Reed. I actually touched 3 coaches, right? recruited by Larry Reed. And then by the time I got to campus, Coach Ron Abernathy was on campus. And I think he was there 2 years. And then Coach Frankie Allen came and blessed to stay on the team with all 3 of those coaches.
Yeah. So, and what made you choose TSU?
Yeah, so for me, a couple of things. One, I wanted to play for either a black coach or an HBCU, right? And so coming out of high school, being in the South and being in Alabama, you got really 2 choices, Alabama and Auburn, right? And so Auburn was heavy on my tail, but Coach Sonny Smith ended up leaving. And then Tulane was another one that was really knocking at the door, but they were going on probation. And so I had some relatives that had an aunt in Nashville, and Coach Johnny Carey at the time, who was big at TSU, he was actually from Birmingham and won the local high school. And so he put the full court press on to get me to TSU. And so I thought it was a perfect fit. I think what won me over is the year before I came in, TSU had a ESPN Midnight Madness game with Anthony Mason. And at that point, that's when I learned, no matter where you go, they'll see you, they'll find you.
Yeah, there you go. Absolutely. Good stuff. What about you, Rico? What brought you to TSU? What did your recruitment look like?
Well, I'm a little different. I'm from Nashville, so I grew up. I stayed in Gentry Center. My parents would take me to the games. I watched guys like Ronnie Cage play, Tremaine Smith, Tony Wallace. All the guys I looked up to. So when I left high school, John Overton High School, I went to junior college. Went to Aquinas Junior College. We won a national championship there, and the coach, he had contacts all over the country. But when TSU came knocking, it was a no-brainer. Coach Patton, he put the full court press on. Man, he sent cards to my mom, my grandma, my grandmama. I had dinner with the president. I'm like, hey, it was no question where I was going.
Yeah, that's
right. It was a perfect fit, and hey. We made history, so it all worked out.
Yeah,
yes, sir.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Sir.
All right, Tim, share it with us, brother.
I would say it was a prayer for me I was pretty highly recruited out of Alabama. I was actually in the top 10 in the state. So I was highly recruited out of the state of Alabama. Mentor of mine, Gary White, he former Alabama player. Mm-hmm. He got a grad assistant job at TSU after leaving Wyoming. Actually, originally signed with the University of Wyoming coming out of high school. They went on probation, and so he got the job at TSU. Frankie's first year, he flew me up to Nashville on a like a crop plane. You know, me looking at a lot of bigger schools and coming to TSU, we had gravel roads. We just, but I didn't want to do the recruiting all over. I trusted Gary. Didn't really know anybody there, so I just said, let me just go. This is going to be on prayer. And once we got there, you know, guys like Mike was there already. Frankie just said, just hold on a little bit. You know, we'll get some guys in. So the first year we had was a trial and error, and then we learned. And then once we got the ball rolling, bringing in good guys like Rico and we sort of turned things around.
Yeah, that's good stuff. That's good stuff. So Mike, you were there from 89. You know, like you said, Mason was gone. We had Daryl Brooks there, man. Who was taking turnaround 3-pointers from the half-court line and making them, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm telling you, y'all missed a treat, man. I'm telling you, Brooks can shoot that thing. Now
he
averaged 28.8 points a game, brother.
He can fill it up.
He can fill it up, brother. So that God bless that brother, man. But so Mike, you got there in 89, man, and woo. We won 7 games that your first year. I think it was 5 games the next year and 4 games your third year, and that was with Tim's first year. So tell me about that 3-year transition before Tim came on. Right, you know, Tim came on, and then when Frankie was just able to get a horse full of guys in the stable, man, and then you know what happened in 92, 93.
Yeah, so arriving to campus, man, you know, as you said, we had folks like Darryl Brooks and Aubrey Doss. Tremaine Smith, my main man T. Wallace, and you know Daryl Brooks at the time he played around at Elliott Perry time, and you know he was in the top 10 in the nation in scoring. Him and John Best, and I never forget this in Memphis, and we played Memphis State, and Daryl Brooks literally shot a shot on one knee in the lane and hit it like he was just a flat out baller, and so and that's when I realized that. There was so many NBA recruits, and that really made me understand, like, if you're good, they are going to find you. And so, you know, those 3 first years, man, was just lean. For me, you know, Tim talks about prayer. I'm definitely a strong man of faith. And I just kept praying every year that, you know, God is going to get me to a championship. Don't know what kind of championship, but I just kept praying for that championship, praying for the NCAA Big Dance. And every year you just go out and try to work, and you try to work. And going into my senior year, junior year, senior year, I stayed up there and worked. I had never done it. I was going home and getting a summer job, right? But those last 2 years, I actually stayed, played in the summer league at Vanderbilt with, you know, Ronnie McMahon and some other players that summer, and had a really, really, really good summer. And that's really what changed it. Staying up there, I think at that time, me and Tim might have been the only ones up there because he was cutting my hair all the time. And so it was just it's a time really just to bond with your guys that's in the city and bond with other players around from the city to really, if nothing else, mentally take your game up to another level and kind of understand what you need to do. Yeah.
And I wanted to mention also Victor Fraley. Vic, man, he was shooting that rock too, man.
Yeah.
Shooting that rock. So let's stay with you real quick, Mike, that so because your scoring went up your junior year and senior year, and actually you averaged a little bit more points your senior year, and you think with Carlos Rogers coming in, somebody like him, that would impact your scoring, but it didn't, right? And matter of fact, you know, how was that change when him coming in? How did that change your game?
So for me, unselfish, right? Senior year, it's your last time to do it. You got to put whatever pride you have on the floor. So the offense really never ran through me, so it wasn't hard. But you do want to score, you do want to contribute. And so for me, I became and really look forward to being a defensive player. I really took pride. I talk about that senior year. Our conditioning that senior year really set the tone in practice that fall. And so I prided myself off of being a big man that could run the floor. And so no matter where we played, I'm looking at that big man like it's gonna be a long night for you, big fella. Unless you did some extra sprints, we're finna get out. And then got me made rest in peace. Neil Jones, one of our great point guards, along with Tim.
Yep.
And you had all these other athletic guys like Monty Wilson and Curtis Davis, man. And you got a big guy like Carlos, who really was Kevin Garnett and Kevin Durant before his time. And so then you got a personalized sharpshooter out there like Rico Beasley.
Yes.
And so for me, the defensive play, that's one way I scored. And then running that floor, just, getting that rebound and getting out. And after a while, Coach Allen, we called it when I would run down the floor, John Merritt. Run John Merritt.
That's right.
Just run John Merritt. Run John Merritt. So that's what made it easy. Yeah.
That's good stuff. And for you, Tim, man, you're so you were there. You got there that year. I think what's his name? Was it Kevin Howard? Was leading scorer that year? I think it was your freshman year, Tim, and which was Mike your junior year, and Tim, you came in strong, man. You were, one thing about you, when I was looking at your stats, man, you used 14 points, 13 points a game all throughout your 4-year career. But what changed your senior year? And you would think that Rogers was gone. He was there for 2 years. But your senior year, you jumped up from like 3 assists a game to 6 assists. I'm sorry, 3 assists a game to 6 assists a game. What changed that year? And well, first tell me about, again, that freshman year, and like, man, well, we only won 4 games, and then take me to that senior year, man, where your assists just went real high.
Yeah. Again, you learn a lot from the first year. Again, it was a situation. Coach first year, everybody there the first year didn't have a really opportunity to recruit. So once the recruiting came in, Mike said it well. One thing about Mike, if you saw in those first 3 years how skinny he was until he just blew up senior year, he just looked like he was in the weight room every day. So that meant a lot. Again, for him, paint, that's how he got all his garbage baskets. But again, I was never really a major scorer. Came out of high school, I was about 17 points in high school. I actually played the point guard only my senior year of high school. I was always playing like the wing. Got to TSU, it was sort of like a 1-2 combo situation. Again, with rest in peace, Neil. Neil took over the point guard position for a couple of years. We had Greg Watkins as well coming off the bench. So I was really just doing a combo, and I think up until really junior year, half throughout the year, that's when coach decided to put me at point guard. So I believe a lot of the assists probably happened more my senior year because I was a full point guard. And we still had the transition shooters. We had Curtis Davis, Monty Wilson, Calvin Morris. So we had a lot of guys, man, that can run that wing. So it was easy for me to get assists. And we still had the big guy, Jeff Johnson, down there, just pounding baskets. So I think midway through that season, I think I was averaging about almost 8 assists a game up until the last part of the season. So so it kind of made it easy, man. When you got good guys around, you got good guys that can get buckets. The assists came pretty easy my senior year.
So when your freshman year, and you you had Wyoming, you had offers of Wyoming, who knows wherever else, and then we only win 4 games. How did that? How do you? What was your thinking? What was your thought process?
I never forget the game we played in. I think it was Oklahoma State. I think it was Oklahoma State. We got blew out. I thought I had a pretty decent game. I think I had about 16, 18 points, and I'm crying in the locker room. And Greg O'Brien was our assistant coach at the time. He came over to me. Carlos was actually there. He was like, just hold on, brother. Just hold on, because we bringing the guys in. Because honestly, man, I was not even considering coming back. Honestly, Gary White left that freshman year. He went up to matter of fact, he went to Texas, San Antonio, or something like that. And he was trying to get me to come with him. And during the summer, Carlos, again, the workouts, and just seeing a couple of good guys. And I said, you know what? I told Coach White, I said, you know what? I think I'm gonna stick around. I'm not gonna go anywhere. So it was tough. Coming from high school, we made the semifinals in high school in the high school state tournament. So coming from like more of a winning program to a losing program, it was difficult. It wasn't the easiest thing. I knew I had a lot of improvement to go myself. I really didn't expect a whole lot, after my freshman year. There was a reason why I was considering leaving, but over the summer, man, playing with Carlos, playing with Mike, playing with Monty Wilson, Curtis Davis, we going up to Fisk, taking over the gyms, going to Vanderbilt, taking over the gyms. We're playing outside, playing ball. And I realized then, I said, I think we're going to have something.
Yeah.
It was easy to stick around after that.
No, that's good stuff. So, and I'm not sure a lot of people know that from that your freshman year in Mike's, well, I keep saying that, but let's say it was 91, 92. That was that year when we went 4-24. And then we made the biggest jump ever in the NCAA from 4 wins to 19 wins. I'm not sure if that record still holds, but at the time that was the biggest turnaround in NCAA. So that was a huge turnaround. Of course, Rico was there at that time. Rico, man, how was that, brother? You come in, you see, you got all the good stuff, man. You were there. I guess you were the man. You know what I'm saying?
But just a piece. That's all.
You got an A on the group project.
I'm the ultimate role player. This dude I need to do and to make sure we get a W. That's the main thing. But it was great, man. Being from Nashville, TSU means a lot to me. Like I said, that was like the black D1 that I knew. I remember when the Gentry Center was built, you know what I mean? And my parents would take me to the games and I would sit behind the football player. Let me tell you something, back in the day, man, the football players got kicked out of the game. It was off the chain, man. But, I wanted to go back and be in that environment, you know what I mean? So it was great, man. It was great being a part of change and start a new era and the winning tradition all over again. It was a blessing to me and my family, and I'm just glad to be a part of it.
No, so y'all don't. Rico used to rock those the goggles, man. He had the cream goggles.
Oh yeah. Hey, they were like, the dude with the goggles can't do nothing. That's fine.
Okay.
So Rico, tell me, man, your junior season. I remember you transferred in. So your junior season, man, you attempted 102 3-pointers, and then your senior season you jumped up to 224, which led the team. And I'm not sure if it's in bold because you led the team in 3-pointers or you led the OVC in 3-pointer, 3 points made and 3 points attempted. So I'm not sure what this bold means, but you're in the stat book and bolded, and you are still in the stat book at TSU as one of our top 3-point producers, man. So tell me about that jump.
Well, the jump happened. Unfortunately, Monty got hurt that year, and I wasn't starting my junior year. And but hey, man, we were winning. It doesn't matter. We win. That's the only thing that matters. And so with Monty being out, my playing time increased, and I just took advantage of it. I was texting with Carlos the other day. I was on Facebook and saw some stats on him. I was like, man, you made it easy for me because I could dump the ball down. Hey, the guy guarding me had 1 or 2 choices. He could dump down on Carlos or he could stay with me. Yeah. So if he was kicking back out, I'd have a good shot. And, with players like Tim and Jeff and Curtis around, man, it just, it made it a lot easier to get the shots off and, kind of spread, make the defense spread. So,
yeah, there you go.
It was a good fit. It's a good fit. Like I said, unfortunately, mine was hurt. Yeah. But, I think we made the best of it.
No doubt. And Rico, what are you, about 6'5", right?
No. I'm about, I'm 53. I'll be 54 in April. I think I'm shrinking right now. So
yeah, man. We all are.
I think I was listening to 6'4", with 2 pairs of socks on. But I'm about 6'3".
My bad.
I'm just being honest.
No, my bad. Well, I think in the stat book they got you a little tall. So okay. So I'm gonna ask each of you. I'm gonna ask you a question. Same question for each of you, and then after that, I'm gonna send it over to Demetrius and Rodney to talk about our current team. So I want you to give me not the team. I'm gonna get your best play or best or favorable moment at Tennessee State?
Oh,
It don't even have to be on the basketball court.
wow.
But whatever you want, your most favorite moment at TSU. Any one of you can go first.
Well, I know mine.
Okay.
Mine was senior year. We were playing in Nashville, the tournament. And we had been battling with Murray. Murray beat us twice during the regular season. Now during the tournament, man, it was just meant to be. Tim hit a game-winning shot to beat Tennessee Tech. Was it Tennessee Tech?
I think it was Tennessee Tech. I think.
Yeah. And I mean,
I was at middle.
Middle.
Okay, it was Middle Tennessee. We beat Tennessee Tech in a close game, and then we get Murray. Now Murray and us, it's like a battle. You know what I mean? It's a battle. It's a war. So they beat us twice. Beat us there. Beat us here in the Gentry Center. And man, I didn't have a great game shooting, but we had fought back. I think Tim hit a shot to get us to one, right?
I watched that today. Y'all.
Yeah. We cut to one, and coach draws up a play. It comes to me. I ain't gonna lie. I'm raising up to shoot that thing, and Carlos is wide open. He went for 40 that day. Everybody runs at me. I dump. I'm not known for a pass. I ain't gonna lie.
Most shooters aren't.
That's the best pass of my life.
Shoot or shoot, baby.
Hey, the best pass of my life. And hey, that's the play for me. That's my moment. You know. And I dumped it to Carlos. Alley-oop. We win the game. Man, it was a beautiful thing.
Yes, sir.
Beautiful thing.
Yes, sir. All right. Who's next?
Man, I got so many of them, honestly. Just being, for me, is really deep, right? You know, so Rico, much like you, I always would come to Nashville with my aunt, and so I had TSU in my blood. But to go from that worst to first, that 4 and something to that, man, at HBCU, and for me, is a combination of two things. One, just win the OVC period as an HBCU, but then to see not only from that worst to first, we started winning, but the Gentry started just rocking. Like you go from nobody in the gym. My mom talk about it all the time. She used to be able to come and sit on the front row to, we ain't got no more front row seats. Like, y'all got to get heard. You know what I mean? And so just that whole experience, the band started coming, man. We winning. The Noops there in the center. I mean, like, just the whole experience, man. And then the pride I had to just, to really win at the HBCU, man, knowing that we were the only one in that conference, man, when it was at its height. Man, just the whole experience is a big moment for me, for real. Yep.
That's good stuff.
All right. So one of my favorites, I mean, it's piggybacking on what Mike was just saying, the community, they bought that first tournament we went down to Orlando and we lost it, Seton Hall. We in that, at Nashville back at the airport, and he was like, TSU guys, you need to stay on the airplane for a minute because we didn't expect that the community would show up at the airport. We're getting golf carts all the way through the lane and fans here and ask autographs and things like that. That lets you know they really bought in. For them up like thousands at the airport. And even from that first year up until that second year, just like Mike was saying, you had to get there early. We even had to get there early.
Yes.
Once you open up that junky door, man, coming from the dorm, already there waiting on you. So you got to be hyped. You just can't come out there. And it was not a seat in the house, man, for those 2 years. I think we didn't lose a game at all at Gentry that first year. I think when
13-0.
And so that lets you know the fans, man, they bought in and we bought in with them. So, they all the way through.
And before Demetrius takes it over, do you know who the biggest cheerleader was? The biggest cheerleader during that time was SGA. And I got to say Jeff Carr in the SGA.
Oh, yeah. Jeff Carr.
That joker, boy, his crew, he'll have everybody, Pep Band, the Pep Club and SGA, man, and they just had that place rocking.
We grew up on the same street.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Man, and that, you know, just their enthusiasm got everybody involved in it. So man, that was just a beautiful thing to see, man. So man, just for me to have you guys on, man, it's a pleasure because I was there to witness it all. You know, because you know, I told the story on here once before that one of the reasons why I went to TSU is because, man, I was in like 10th grade in Chattanooga, and I saw Anthony Mason come down and play UTC. And I just saw the dude. I mean, he did everything but inbound the ball to himself. You know what I'm saying? So I broke it. And then they brought, I don't know why they did this, but they actually brought the Tiger Gems, the girls dance team, halftime to Chattanooga to perform. So I saw Anthony Mason go off, and I saw these fine chicks in his silver body outfit, and I'm like, I know where I'm going. So no, man, just to see us, man, you guys, man, play and win the OVC championship, man. I was just happy, man. So Demetrius, you guys got it, man. Thank you, brothers.
Yeah, I would like to say I'm gonna let Demetrius go. He more the basketball guy, I'm more the football guy, but I came in '97, and so even your impact still was there. We still had crowded games with MTSU, you know, so we still were expecting to win. We got close, I think, in '98. We got, you know, we never necessarily great seasons, but I think we got with the tournament and got second place, whatever, lost the championship game. So we were still like rocking at MTSU, Murray State. It's going back, it was battles back and forth. So we still felt that impact and that intensity, you know what I'm saying, that you guys sort of started off really. And then, you know, for us, it really rolled into football. You know, the football team did so well, but it was all sort of the same kind of, you know what I'm saying, love and supporting our athletes, supporting TSU program, you know, and just hoping that, you know, our current students, you know, and get our alumni who live in Nashville, get the behinds back out there and really, you know, create that camaraderie and that culture, you know, that we once had, you know, for that. So I'm gonna let Demetrius do the basketball stuff though. Go ahead, Demetrius.
Yeah. It's an honor to chat with you guys. It feels like Madness is having his own little family reunion.
I am.
You know, listen, we hadn't seen this man so happy since we've been doing this for almost 5 years. So we made,
good times.
We had to take the madness off his name, fellas. I'm telling you. But Michael, you mentioned it, right? Worst to first. Tim, your, you know, maturation and perseverance over the years to get ultimately to that championship feeling. You know, I'm a classmate of current assistant coach Brandon Lockridge, so I'm a little bit younger than you guys. And I tease Madness and Rodney all the time. You know, my student years at TSU didn't result in a lot of winning. Football, basketball, etc. So, you know, these last couple of years for me personally have been just a joy, with football team finally getting over the hump, over 20-something years. And now this year's team, you know, finally breaking through that cycle and playing what I call meaningful games late in the season. But I want to talk about worst to first and that feeling of going to the dance, right? We see all the media stories and we see all the celebrations from fans teams who have made it. But as players, how was that when you guys went to the dance for that first time?
Well, I tell you, for me, you know, long time coming, right? And so, you know, we went to Orlando, and so we're playing in the arena. And so you drive up, and yeah, we had TV and, you know, that stuff in the OVC Championship. And that probably was kind of our really first good taste of press conferences and all of that. But to drive up to the arena and see ESPN and all of these other channels, I know for me, I got in the arena and it seemed like it was as long as a football field. Like the court seemed so long, man. And it was just like, and then that particular region had Penny Hardaway because Memphis State played. I think Florida State was in that region, but Western Kentucky, and both of them went on a nice little run coming out of that region. And so for me, man, it was just amazing, right? And then you get to US Today. That's back in the day when you had to get you a USA Today. Everybody woke up, you got your USA Today. And so to have a USA Today article, they called us over, I think, spring break and say they was gonna run this article about our blue suede shoes. And so it's with the Elvis connection. And so for me, man, it was just really eye-opening. You know, all those TV stations and to be in that space, man, was just amazing, man. Cloud nine, really, really was.
Yeah. Again, piggyback off of Mike. When you see a locker room full of Gatorade, Coke, snacks, and it's all free.
Right.
You know? We don't have to pay things. So I mean, really, NCAA tournament, man. I know today, you know, the way it is today, but you know, for us to get there and see that you know that they took care of you for real, and playing in a professional arena for the first time, or pretty much, I guess you would say all three of us, our first time ever professional arena. It's unlike anything. They talk about it today. I believe they was talking about the Michigan and Duke game yesterday, just getting them ready for the NCAA tournament by playing in like a pro style arena up in Washington. It's a big difference, man. And it's just, once we got there, guys, it was like, we got to go back. You know, one of the things that happened, we were overwhelmed, number one, everything. We was just like starstruck. We starstruck with everything. We took the L, but we actually said, you know what? We saw how big those guys were at Seton Hall, and we realized, okay, it's time to get in the gym. And that's what we did. We actually, during the off season, we again took over Nashville, went to everybody's home arena and beat up everybody. Fisk kicked us out that year, so we couldn't go back there. And just so happened to put Fisk on our schedule that year. So if you guys know the score of that game, just wanted to take it back from them. So that's an experience, honestly, guys. You know, when I'm looking at it today with these guys that we have right now, it's like we're their number one fans. You know, we're it's been over 31 years since we've seen something like this happen. So we are like eager. Rico always texts and say, "It's our year. This is our year." We're waiting. We want these guys to excel and get to that position themselves. I think we do for them this year.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And to go back to back, I mean, to your point, you know, going the extra mile in the summer, and what I would call a confidence booster, right? Because you did it once, and now you know, well, hey, we did it once, we can do it again, but we know it's going to take a little bit more extra work and hard work to do that. So definitely kudos to you guys. But as we transition, a quick question, we talk about name, image, likeness, right? Who on the team was getting the most money back in the day
then? We can't talk about it now, right? You know the little handshakes. You know, I remember the handshake. So I can't really expose how much I got, but I was able to wash my clothes. I was able to get a little meat from Lee's Chicken. So they, you know, the TSU community, the TSU family took great care of me. Man. Trust me, those 4 years. I had a bunch of stepmoms, stepdads, and things like that. Adopted moms, adopted dads. So you know, still today, I have a family still at TSU.
That's awesome. So. And I should have put statutes of limitations on that. It was really a joke, but
hey, no, Demetrius, I just they call it work study play. They call it work study.
Yeah. Work study. Absolutely.
I mean, you slap you a couple fish sandwiches, and you know it's all good. You know, you know, I had one. It's another institution, so I can just say it's another institution, the bigger institution. You know, but he would go buy a hot dog and. You know, he'll get change back. He wanted to give him $5 and come with some change. So,
right.
So it's another school. So don't, you know. But yeah, so that happens a lot. So you know, I'm glad they got opportunity to do NIL, you know, opportunities for them and get the national community more involved, hopefully too as well going forward. We got James Wade pushing the NIL 1912 collective. So definitely got to get that going and get these guys to give them a little love so they can stay around and do well at Tennessee State.
That's right.
I know you guys mentioned summer workouts, but was there a specific game, you were like, oh, this is our year. I feel ready. Like we can do this. Was a specific game or situation where you guys felt like we can accomplish this goal together?
I know for me, so the first part of the year we wouldn't play conference play, we'd be out of conference. And I never forget, was actually coming back from playing, I think was it Alabama or St. Louis, one of the two. And we just didn't play up to par. And I never forget we had a team meeting on the back of the bus. And me in particular, and the guys were like, man, we need you to step up and be the leader. Not necessarily score the points, but just be the leader that this team needs, which was at that particular game, I probably wasn't as energized. My head was down. I just didn't give that normal level of confidence that I always do and be as optimistic as I always am. And so we say, hey, when we come back and we go into conference play in January, we're going to do it. I think we won the first couple of games. And after them first couple, it was like, it's on. We was just kind of waiting for Murray at that point.
Anybody else?
Yeah, that first year, it was, the first year we won the championship, like Mike said, we had a tough non-conference schedule.
Mm-hmm.
And by the time we got to conference, I think we were 13-3 that year. And we actually beat Murray, every game.
Mm-hmm.
So we were ready for Murray. I think Murray wasn't ready for us that first year.
Yeah.
So,
I don't think the league was ready.
No.
Right.
No, and that's real. Murray didn't expect that, and they fans still hate us because of that. I'm telling you, man. You talk to their fans that say our age. No, they weren't expecting that because they knew they were going to the championship that year,
Right?
Or going to the tournament rather.
And if you look back, the second year we won, all the analysts said that we were going to lose.
Mm-hmm.
They said, "Yep, they sure did."
All I'm saying, Murray's going back this year. No, it didn't happen. It did not happen.
Did not happen.
It's interesting though, because even you guys coming out losing season and winning 1993, we've had so many championships where it would be softball, where we say we pick last in the open, like
Yeah.
they're gonna be terrible. They're out of the blue. Same thing with OVC, the 98 team. They're like they're terrible. They teach you bad in football. Out of nowhere, boom, we right there.
Mm-hmm.
Volleyball team, last place, boom. When it's so it's interesting that sort of like thing. Like we just pounce on people when they don't expect.
Mm-hmm.
But we know we working hard. We ready.
That's right.
It's good to see that we beat the odds there. But let's talk about the current team. Now, what you guys see, they're 12-5, right? Correct. They got 2 games left.
13
and 5. 19 wins. Hopefully get to 20. And SEMO is tied for first. Then they got on Saturday. Who's the team on Saturday? UT Martin. They're in second place. So, what have you seen from the team so far this year? I think you said Rico's you in Nashville. He's gonna be in a couple games in person. So
yes, I've been to 4 or 5 games. I like the energy. I like Coach Smith, what he's doing. Man, the energy's changed. Everybody's healthy. I really think this is the year that we get back on top, and I'm looking forward to going to the tournament and supporting these guys and being there right with them. Because hey, like I said, being in Nashville, I want to see TSU win again. We were long overdue, and hey, it's time, and I think we have all the pieces to make it happen.
As we talk about this new team, Rico, you were the sharpshooter, or they call you Threeco. I like that. I actually like that.
My teammates call me.
When we talk about Mr. Deuce Harper, him being a sharpshooter, and just from your time to now, who's the best sharpshooter from Tennessee State in your opinion?
Ooh. Like of all time?
Of all time.
You got to put
It's
three
in the
co-eds.
opinion.
It's been a lot of great shooters there. It's been a lot of great shooters. Hey, Tim makes a lot of 3-pointers. Tim made a lot of threes. He scored a lot. Mine shot a lot of threes. Mine scored a lot. Curtis Davis.
Mm-hmm.
Curtis.
Mm-hmm.
All the whole combination made it easier for me. I'm telling you. They forget about the guy with the goggles, and I love it. But I'm not the. I don't think I was the best in percentage wise. I probably took a lot of shots. But hey, I take pride in making my shots. Definitely. And I still keep a ball in the car, and I get to make sure I have my crab. I don't play anymore, but I get an itch and I go shoot, make sure I can still fill it up. But just to be in a conversation, man, is a blessing, and to be a part of the win tradition in Tennessee State and be with these guys, it's been nothing but a blessing for me, and you know, my journey, my family. Like I said, Tennessee. Being from Nashville, most of my family from Nashville, all my family, you know, went to Tennessee State, and they came out. And let me tell you about these guys, man. I would have so many tickets for my friends, my family, with all the guys in my town to have a lot of people coming. So, you know, I was able to my teammates would help me accommodate my family and friends, and it would, you know, it would be rocking in there, man. It was. And if I ain't ever say thank you, I appreciate it, because I don't know how these cats got my mama's number, but she would have a list of who I need to put on the list.
So, you know, to hear those names, right? Tradition, heritage, history, right? That's who we are at Big Blue. I wasn't a hooper. I was a hooper in the pit by all means, but I wasn't a hooper on the team. But man, this is gonna be my last question. Rodney said it. The team is 13-5. We got 2 games remaining before we go into the OVC tournament. If you had one message to this team, what would that message be?
Well, I say this part first. You know, one thing that, you know, this group, I'm gonna say that the OVC Champ group, we stay in contact. We got a thread and we communicate, and they go harder to pay some days, but just like we were in the locker room. But what we did do this year was call Coach Smith, right, and welcome him to the TSU family, but then just kind of tell him our perspective and what we've seen over the years and kind of what we want, and then hear his perspective. We know he comes from a winning tradition. We know that he is a champion, which is the X factor, because he can now prepare these guys for the bigger stage, right? And so
absolutely.
I think the biggest thing is just being prepared, right? Like being prepared, have an underdog kind of mindset, but a pit bull kind of attack. And then minimize your mistakes. You know, minimize your mistakes. I think all of us do some coaching, and I always tell my guys, you got to be the best at what you do. And so be just the best at being fundamentally sound, being the best at being disciplined. Not necessarily the best shooters, but if you are disciplined and the best at what your space is, whether it's rebounding, rebound. If it's blocking out, block out. And so just having them prepared, just listening to Coach, because he's been a champion, and just listening to that preparation, and Coach believes. I can honestly say that just seeing him over this year and hearing him is something different. Like you hear that he really believes in the guys and that we're going to win. He really believes it.
No, that's good stuff. Tim, I went back and looked at, I was sitting over here searching. I went back and saw that the score that year against Fisk. Y'all know what that score was, man? 148 to 57.
Come on.
All I know is if you didn't get your stats for halftime, you were sitting down. If you didn't get your shots up for halftime, you weren't playing second half.
Man, that is crazy. That is crazy.
So Look, we had a discussion about this like a while ago about the Fisk game. You know, and so I know teaching managers is on the other side of this. You know, Coach Penny, the previous coach, was like, probably do something different. What are your thoughts about the Fisk game? And you know, now they're NAIA or something now. I don't even know if you know. So, you know, I know they dropped because when I was there, they did go Division two or Division 3. So they did beat us once. You know, but when I was like 97 to maybe 2004 or something, they beat us one time. We had coaching switch. But that's been that's the closest game I think we ever played against them, really. So what do you think should happen with this Fisk game?
I'm gonna let them guys talk. I didn't experience the Fisk game. I didn't experience the Fisk game.
Okay.
Let me say this. Let me say this. So Demetrius and Rodney think that you know we shouldn't play it anymore. They're Division 2 or NAIA, whichever. And we shouldn't play anymore. But I think it's great for Jefferson, you know, Jefferson Street. I you know, maybe not every year, but I think every other year we should play it. I'm looking at the record, they've beaten us at least. Again, like I said, this stat book hasn't been improved since we haven't made a media guide since 1819. So according to this, Fisk has beaten us 3 times since 1944, right? So they you know, it's not going to happen too many times, right? So,
right.
But I think it's great for the fans of TSU, the fans of Fisk. It's a great way for us to come out, excuse me, and you know, just celebrate each other and have a game every other year. I really think we should have it. I like it. They're not big fans of it.
Well, and let me caveat here too is that a lot of times it used to be exhibition. It was a game, but it was, you know, it really didn't count. But now it's actually is it may be exhibition. I think they can count as exhibition. The lower teams can,
right?
But we count it as a win, I think. But that's the caveat there too. Go ahead, Demetrius.
Yeah, and my counter proposal was, let's make it a celebration. Maybe have a doubleheader, Fisk versus maybe another NAIA, HBCU, maybe a Division 2 school, and then have TSU play, you know, in a doubleheader style to where it's not us versus them, it's us celebrating them with them, and making it a big event around that. So that was my proposal.
I like that idea. I think that I do think that it needs to be something done to bring that back together. And I do like the idea with the Fisk playing somebody and we play somebody. But the connection on Jefferson Street, you know, we're about a mile apart from each other, you know. So I really do think that, you know, us doing something together once a year would be good. Would be good for the community. And you know, building Jefferson Street up, because Jefferson Street is changing. You know, it's changing, getting, you know, towards downtown, and we really need to keep our part of Jefferson Street going. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
And you know, Fisk, when I was in school, Fisk students used to get tickets to football games. You know, so they got into our football games. Just
never knew that.
Yeah,
I didn't know it either.
So that's just a great you know, they don't have a football team, so they come to our games, and so that was just a great opportunity. Just to, you know, two different schools, but you know, one community. So
absolutely,
I kind of like that. I just want to, again, I was going to ask you to ask some more questions, but Mike, what you said about the current team this year was spot on. I appreciate that. That was really good. And I don't have any further questions, but anyone have anything else that you guys want to share? I could talk to y'all all day, so I'm gonna try. I'm not gonna do that. It's late. I'm not gonna do it, and I'm gonna just. I'll leave it right here. If that's it. If y'all don't have anything else to say, Tim. No, you know, Tim, I'm gonna go to you. Tim, just give us something.
First thing, it's been a blessing with you guys in bringing us on here. Number one, to bring back what we had at TSU for those few years. Most people they disregard the '95 year when we actually were coaching. We didn't win the tournament that year. We sort of like shared it. So we talk about that, and one of our old guys will say you just get a pennant for it, not a ring. So, but
there it is.
When there it is. Yeah, just because like you say, I'm not there, I'm not in Nashville like Rico. Mike is closer. We are always rooting for TSU sports. Number one.
Yeah.
Every game they've had on this year on ESPN Plus, I've watched pretty much every single game, and that goes with the football program. We're TSU. That's diehard. It had nothing to do with just basketball.
Yeah.
If it's a tennis, we got TSU in there. It's a pickleball. You know what I mean?
That's right.
It runs deep for me. So my kids, they see me upstairs in the man cave. They see that TSU game on. They leave me alone.
That's good.
But it's been a blessing, man. It's really been a blessing to meet these guys like Mike and Rico. We've been knowing each other for over 30-something years, and we still have that strong bond. We have a group chat. Mike says sometimes it gets out of order, but we bring it back. And so it's really been a blessing to have these brothers in my life, man, for these past 30+ years. But I appreciate you guys for letting me share it.
Absolutely. What about you, Rico?
The same thing about basically what Tim said. It's been a blessing. Like I said, being from Nashville, TSU's meant a lot to me. And anytime that we can, first of all, I want to thank you for bringing me on. But anytime that we can talk about the past and hopefully bring that back into the future, the near future, I'm very excited about the tournament, very excited about this team. And I really think Coach Smith is going to do good things at TSU. Hopefully we can keep him around for a little while.
That's right.
There's going to be a lot of folks knocking at his door.
Yeah, buddy.
And hey, I guess it's this business, so you got to understand that. But while he's here, I think we'll have a great opportunity to win again. And I'm excited. I'm going to be at the tournament. I feel it. I feel it. I'm saying it now. I'm not texting it. We're going to win. We win this year.
Love it.
Yeah.
But is it like I live in the DC area, and so and Coach Smith is based out of here. Had a lot of history here.
Right.
And so I wear my TSU shirt now. People stop me, all the time now. And actually met his old high school coach. So he was like, so it's just good vibes, and definitely we see the output, see the results. It's definitely, every day is like you just believe, you just like this is, this is coming. You just feel it. So, I'm really excited about the next two games and then also the tournament too as well. Yeah,
that's right. That's right.
Well, Rodney normally closes us out, but I'll close out, brothers. Again, it's been a pleasure to have you guys on. As Demetrius said, I was geeked about it.
Yeah.
So
thank y'all, man.
It's just good to have with you, man. So we always end with Go Big Blue. I started off Go Big Blue.
Go Big Blue.
Go Big Blue.
All right, fellas.